Take it away, Moonware, and best of luck.
Hey, hello, and welcome to this year's Big Bad Gameathon. This is my favorite marathon of the whole year. My name is Moonware, and I have the pleasure to kick us off with this wonderful game right here, which is called Mark Flint Presents Fire Rock for the Famicom Disk System. So Fire Rock has a certain reputation here as being pretty difficult, mainly because of the strange way it controls. It's really slippery and bouncy, and if I do my job right, then you aren't gonna notice too much of that, but we'll see. Things happen in Fire Rock. So there's another game by Mark Flint on the Famicom Disk System, a pinball game called Moonball Magic, and some people have joked before that Fire Rock is based on the same engine as that game, because of the bouncy way it controls. Alright, let's get us started right away. In 3, 2, 1, go! Now we're enjoying some loading time on my definitely real Famicom Disk System. Alright, here we go. So this is our hero. He doesn't really have a name, so you can call him whatever you like. Call him John Fire Rock or even Soapy Mac Bounce Feet. You can probably already kinda notice he's pretty bouncy. Every time you land, he's doing a little bounce, and that really messes up your controls because it's really easy to slip somewhere. So the goal of every stage is to collect 4 special items, like the purple item on the right side there, and also to defeat 4 bosses. I want to get the meat up there, but I have to do a bit of a bounce to get up. So bouncing makes your jump a bit higher. Come on, John Fire Rock. There we go. So the items in this game are also kinda unusual. The meat makes you jump higher, and you need a lot of meat. And you need to jump really high to get to some places. Grab some stuff here, and here's the first boss already. And we're getting into position, and that was the first boss already. So the bosses usually have tiny weak points that you have to figure out and find. But then if you can get your hits in well enough, then often they're done in just a few seconds. There's the next boss already. This one, because of the way it moves, it's a bit harder to hit. The manual calls this one the skeleton werebat. Oh no! Ah! Come on. So its swirly flame things pushed me off, and immediately, of course, you fall right into the lava pit. And there's a funny thing with the lava pit. So I've got this shield, this barrier as the game calls it, which takes hits instead of your health. But if you touch lava, it's immediately gone, and it doesn't even protect you from the lava. So you take lava damage and you lose your whole shield, no matter how much shield you have. Alright, but that was the second boss right there. Now we're gonna loot the place, grab all the stuff I need. Especially the bouncing, the jumping meat, that's what I usually call it. The juicy jumping meat goes right into your legs, makes you jump better. I also want this meat, so I have to slide around the platform here. There we go, very nice. And down there's another key item. Alright, that's everything we need here. And here's already the next boss, and he touches me right away. Good thing I've got my barrier. Here's the wiggly worm. And I've upgraded my weapon to the maximum upgrade. So when you collect these torch items, you improve your weapon, and it mostly improves the firing rate, but at maximum upgrade, instead of the torch, you've got this different weapon, which is the titular Fire Rock. That's apparently where the name comes from. And it has a better fire rate, and also a longer firing angle, which can be pretty important in some places. Bouncing around again. There's a key item that I need. Alright, and last boss. So you can recognize if there's a boss in the room because the music changes and also the color palette. And what's also kind of interesting is so the bosses aren't just in the rooms, they only spawn if you enter through the right door. So we already were in this room, and there was a different boss here because we entered through a different door. And now there's a boss up there. First I have to get this key item, there we go. Now all that's left is the last boss for this stage. And it's this boss right here, nice. It's kind of hard to get through the gap here with them swarming around. So this is the swarm boss. We'll see a bunch of these swarm bosses. They basically consist of the standard enemy type of each stage. And that's the boss, and that's stage 1. And Fire Rock has 6 stages in total. They're even named in the manual. I think the first one is the Devil's Cage, the second one is the Mechanical Cave. The names are kind of generic. The game in general is very vague about everything, about lore and story and so on. So here there's a pretty tight jump right at the start. Let's see if I can get it. No, of course not. And already touched the lava twice. Let's see. No. This jump is kinda weird and hard to get. I have to jump very late. So he does a little bounce, and then I have to jump after the bounce. And now there's these annoying little harassing enemies. So when there's no boss in the room, then these little annoying enemies spawn, and they spawn infinitely. And I'm gonna die, and there's a death. So I'll try to get the jump here, at least for all the lives I have. And then if I still couldn't get it, then we'll go the longer way. So this mainly saves me some running around time, by grabbing the key item that's up there. Almost. But I'm down on my health again, 1 HP left. Come on, no! Dead again. Ah, the joy of Fire Rock. Okay, come on. No, that's too short, I would just hang there. That's also kind of fun, you can't actually climb up in that case. No, too late. 3 HP, okay. I thought I had less. Let's see. Alright, finally, there we go. And now, here's the key item I wanna get. And that saves me a bit of running around time. Grab a quick barrier. Definitely don't want to grab this earlier because I fell into the lava pit so often and it wouldn't be of any use there. And here's the first boss for this stage, which is the same boss as for the previous stage. Some of the bosses are repeated. It's I always see this as a bunch of guts, like maybe lungs and some other organs. And they usually go down very quickly, if you can get your hits in. There we go. Alright, now for some very fun platforming here. You can't really stand still on any of these platforms. They're all angles, no straight part. Nice, and straight to the next boss. And this boss is actually one of the hardest ones for me in the speedrun. And I'm gonna try to jump to the left side if it lets me. Okay, there we go. Because this is a better spot to fire at this enemy. So again, the bosses have pretty small weak points. In this case, the weak point is the left bed. And it might kill me, actually. Maybe I'm lucky. No, it got me. So the safer but slower way to fight this is to stand to the right side of the middle barrier. About here, and then I always have to hide when the bats come too close. And I can try to get my shots through the wall here. You can't actually shoot when you're in the wall blocks your shots. And of course, because they move around a lot, you don't really get a lot of time to get your hits in here. Won't give it up bad. Okay. That's definitely the safer way, but takes a while longer. Now to grab the key item here. Other stuff also doesn't hurt. Get a quick barrier maybe if I can get up there, come on. So climbing is also kind of funny. Sometimes you just really slide off the wall and shoot up. And it's not really controllable or predictable. Okay, just grab some quick stuff here. And then if I don't slide around too much, get up there. Come on. It might have looked like I touched the door, but door hitboxes or whatever you want to call the trigger are also tiny, and I think a little bit to the left usually. It's easy to miss a door basically. You obviously go into the door, but it doesn't work. Okay, so you can hear and see that a boss has spawned here, but this one is pretty harmless and we're grabbing some stuff first. I mentioned earlier that when there's no boss in the room, these annoying critters spawn, so if there's stuff to grab, it's always best to grab it while the boss is present, if that's a possibility. Let's get this meat as well, my precious jumping meats. Alright, so the boss here is this, I don't know, bloated sack thing. It's pretty easy as long as I don't touch it. It's the health like 7 HP, that's decent. Didn't expect to jump so high. Oh come on, no, he's... Phew, okay, I'm still alive, 5 HP, good. That looked like a lot more. Well, it's a bit unfortunate that I'm above it. Usually it doesn't push me above the boss, but I guess I can get down. There we go. Come on, this one should be pretty easy, usually. Alright, there we go. Time to win. Okay, what's left in the stage? I don't even remember. Alright, another swarm boss. Let them bounce me down here. Here's the right spots to hit them. So, swarm boss, of course, also has a tiny weak point, which means just 1 or 2 of these enemies are actually vulnerable. And that should be it. Except for the climb, so that's also sometimes a bit of a problem. if you're climbing while these annoying enemies spawn, then they can easily push you off the wall. But there we go, that's stage 2. On to the next stage, which is called the Thunderdome. Pretty exciting name. So, in the game you don't really get any information about the lore or the world building or anything. The manual covers that a little bit, but it's also it's a kind of vague story. So the story in the manual goes like this. In the year 2102, I think, alien invaders arrive on the planet Earth on a beam of light, unnoticed, and they start hiding underground in these ruins of an old lost civilization. And for a year they built their base down there and work on their tech plan, and then after a year they start the invasion, and I have no idea what the invasion actually looks like. I don't think the story actually covers what they're doing, what's so bad. But yeah, we as apparently a barbarian who's just armed with a throwing torch are sent to defeat them, and we're the only one who can do that, and I'm not really sure why. Like, you'd think in the year 2103 they'd have better technology to get these aliens, but no. The best thing against these aliens is just to throw some burning sticks at them. So this boss is also kind of a slow fight. Its weak point is the head, and of course it moves and wiggles around a lot, so it takes a while to get enough hits in. Better dodge out of the way while I can. The manual also gives names to a few of the bosses, but not a lot of them, like not this wiggly worm. And most of them have very generic names, like the two bats earlier were the dual bat, because there's two of them, obviously. Oh, there goes my shield, great. I want this key item here, but these small platforms are basically all angles. You can't stand on these platforms, you can only slide. Alright, next boss. I really like this one. They look very funny. These kind of grumpy heads with the exposed brain. And kind of like the bat boss earlier, the weak point here is the whole second head. So the one that's further away from me. Can't hurt to have some more jumping meat. When the bosses die, you can see that there's these flames, and the flames actually can hurt you and can still kill you after you defeat the boss. And sometimes they move in directions. And it's kind of not really fixed if they do or not, so sometimes they just shoot these flames at you after they die. Okay, and already the next boss. But first we can grab some stuff here. And avoid the lava if possible. I'd like to hold on to my barrier. Nope. Of course I can't. Just a little slip and it's gone. Okay, so here's the next boss. I think it's kinda cute. This squid thing. Only vulnerable on the side of its head. And only on the lower part, I think. There we go. We'll see that one later again. Come on, take the door. It's always fun to have a long climb with these annoying enemies. So the barrier not only takes hits instead of your health, it also massively reduces the knockback. Without the shield, you've got a crazy amount of knockback if anything hits you. With the shield, it's much less, so shield is often very useful. So here's the next boss, and it's kind of hard to get into a good position to fight it, so I'm trying to drop down. There we go, perfect. Or not, no, it got me. Uh-oh. Okay, I might be safe over here. Usually I stand on the right side, and you're mostly safe there, except for a short moment. But I guess this works too. If I can get enough hits in before it kills me, 7 HP, that's good. Unless it bounces me through the door, maybe? But I think we're good. There we go. I think we're already pretty much done with this stage, so this is a pretty short stage. And the exit door is here across this lava pit, which is also a fun thing that comes up a few times. A lava pit you have to go across, so you have to take damage. And that's stage 3. And now I have to swap sides. I have to turn my definitely real disc and my definitely real Famicom disk system. How do you know how much HP you have? Chat is asking. When I pause, you can see these numbers down there. The left number is HP, the right number is barrier. And if you don't pause, you don't see it. So you can guess how much health you have based on how fast the heart is beating. And I think it beats slower when the health is lower, or is it the other way around? I'm never sure, but it's not very useful really, it's just kind of fun to look at. Yeah, I think more health means faster heart beating. And if you get the barrier, then the heart comes through you and becomes the barrier, so you can't even tell how much health you've got. So this stage changes up the visual thing quite a bit. We've got these vines everywhere. And also, so this part is kind of a maze with lots of one-way walls. Walls, ceilings, floors. So it's easy to just fall through something and then you have to go the whole way around to get back. But you can kind of tell which way you can pass through a wall, because they're thinner and they're on one side, if you can pass through. So this boss is easy. Spore boss. Now we're going back down here to this two-headed dragon boss, which is also super easy. Doesn't take a lot of damage. Grab the key item here, now we've got enough jumping meat. And around again. And this time we're going up here. This doesn't even look like a door, more like a window, but that's where we're going through. Grab some supplies while we're here. If I can climb up here. Or not. Alright. Don't really need it really, and oh, well, there goes my barrier again. And all these annoying little guys are spawning. I like to call these Metroids because they kind of look like Metroids. Every stage has its own sprite for these. And they're not always these buggy critters, sometimes they're more like cells, which is not as much like a Metroid. Or am I doing health 4? Well, now that these guys have spawned, it's kind of hard to get to the barrier safely, so I guess we'll just try to get out. Ouch. Come on. Out of the way. So they're doing some interesting stuff with the colors of these enemies, I think. They've got this flickering look which gives them an interesting color. Okay, so now I have to jump through the ceiling on the left side, and it's kinda finicky, and it's easy to fall off because the floor is also passed through, of course. Come on, get through. So usually I can just jump through and that's it. There we go. Got a welcome committee waiting for me. 2 HP. Well, that's not great, but we've got a bunch of lives. So for every stage you get 4 lives. And if you lose all of them and get a game over, you just have to restart the current stage. So the game is actually pretty generous. So here we've got a spider boss with lots of these small spiders. But first I want to get the key item here. There's the big spider up there, that's the actual boss. And these spiders are weirdly good at generating your shield. If you touch them, your shield goes away like crazy fast. Oh, there goes my shield. I don't know how they do it. Are they lava? Maybe they're made from lava. 1 HP, which kinda means that I'll probably die, but we'll see. I've got a bunch of lives. Camp, camp, camp. Faster. Okay. Almost there. Just have to get the boss here. Dodge the little spider. It's too bad these aren't in sync. There we go. And we're almost through a stage. This one's also pretty short. Shield, come on, come to me. So what's also funny is if you pick up the blue heart, the barrier item, you don't immediately get the barrier. Your heart icon, oh crap, there goes my barrier again. Your heart icon flies to you, and if anything hits you while it's flying to you, it can cancel the shield. So that's something that happens pretty rarely, but it's fun, I guess. So the boss died, but its flames killed me. But the boss died. I've got that progress, so that's the end of stage 4. Alright, stage 5, the Death Ruins. So we've got the Vine theme still going, but also some real ancient ruins now. And in order to get up here at all, I need some jumping meat. That's the exit over there on the left side, but we have to go the whole way around. And then some. And the stage also has some fun mechanics for us. So here, for example, is a big lava pit that I have to cross, I think 3 times. That means I can never take a barrier across this, and I always have to take damage here. That was a lot more damage than I wanted. But we'll come back, so I don't have to pick up the key item right now. 5 HP, that's pretty decent. I don't want to grab all the health here, because when we get back and have to go across the lava pit again, it doesn't hurt to have some spare health to pick up. Go away, everyone. So this fog or whatever this is also blocks my shots, which is great. And here's the next boss, it's a swarm again. This one is pretty inconvenient to fight, actually. So in order to hit it at all... Oh, damn, they really got me. No! 6 HP, okay, that's okay, but without the barrier... yeah, I've got a lot more knockback, so they will easily push me away. I wanna get up here. That's the good spot to fight them, except sometimes in their flying pattern they'll touch me if I stay here, so I have to hope that I can dodge them. Okay, get up again. We should be almost done with them. They wouldn't hit me if I stay on the very right edge of the platform, but you're also constantly slipping there, so that's a bit of a hard place to stand. And here's the really fun part of this stage, a door maze. And also, for some reason, we run really weirdly here, so maybe it's because the floor is especially straight, but look at Fire Rock Man running here. He just keeps bouncing like crazy. Alright, so first off, we go through this door. This is a pretty easy boss. So we were warped all the way back down, but you have to go through the door to spawn this boss here. And that's the boss. So the only hard part for this boss is going around its shots, basically. Going around its projectiles, and then as soon as you're in position, it's pretty much dead. And here's the lava pit again, 8 HP, that's pretty okay, but I missed the key item again. Well, there's a third time. We'll get it later. Carefully slide down here. Back to the door maze. Let's grab a barrier maybe. This time we're taking this door. So there's a funny mistake I kept making here, which is, I think if you jump to the right, below the door, you can go through the wall and then you basically fall out of the boss fight. and have to go the whole way around again. That's one of those one-way wars again, basically. And here's Triple I, is this guy called, and there goes Triple I. In this stage I actually don't want to pick up all the torches, I don't want to get the maximum upgrade here because it's better for the last boss. And here's another, oh that's already a bunch of damage, here's another lava pit, and it's gonna kill me because I've got 4 HP and probably have to take 4 hits, we'll see. 1, 2, 3, dead. But I got the key item, so technically I don't have to go across that again, but it would also mean taking a longer way around, I think, so... Let's try it again. I've got a health potion now, so I can probably take... Oh, ouchie. Of course, now these little Metroids spawn again. Got 5 HP, so that's fairly safe. Barrier doesn't help against the lava, of course, but it would help against the Metroids. Okay, here's the long march across the lava again. Go away, please. 1, 2. Oh, that's interesting. So sometimes you take more damage from the lava, and I don't really know why. Maybe it's a weird collision thing. But I guess we'll take a different way around. So I don't actually know where these other doors lead, but I guess, yeah, I can just go through here. There, let's go here. Alright, and here's the door maze again, and this time I have to go to the top right, which is pretty hard to do with these little buggers spawning. Ideally I'd like a barrier to get through, but there's none right here, so maybe if I'm very lucky they'll bounce me to the barrier on the right side. Okay, I think the most successful way usually is to jump from here, probably. If there's fewer of these Metroids present. Okay, let's try now. No. Come on, out of the way, please. That's looking good. No, bounced off. So let's see, I'll try to get a barrier if I can find my way to the lower part. That's not the lower part. Maybe here. At least it despawns these guys. Ah! Okay, here we go. Now I'm in the lower part, can grab some stuff. Let's grab a barrier. And then another barrier maybe. So sometimes I just jump up there and that's it, and other times I really have to fight them for minutes. Almost, if I wouldn't slip off again. Come on, let me up, please. Okay, finally, there we go. All that's left is one last boss in this stage. Get the key. No, don't lose that much health, please. I'm gonna need it. Get the key. No. Get the key. There. 3 HP. Well, it's better than nothing. There's a little bit left down there to pick up. So this is the last boss of this stage. I really like the way it looks. This is one of the few bosses that's actually named in the manual, and its name is Ghost. I just have to manage to get out of here. And I just have to jump here to the left side. Perfect. First try, very nice. Then get up on the door, and that's it. That's all we need. And that's stage 5, so all that's left is stage 6, the last stage. The grand finale. This stage is called the Dark Empire. And I want to set up a glitch here, which isn't really necessary, but it makes the stage a bit safer, a bit faster, and it's just fun to do and fun to see that there's this glitch here. let's check my health. So the glitch is if you die and fall through a door before you're really dead, you don't die and your health underflows and you're basically almost immortal. I'm gonna try to set up that one of these enemies up there bounces me through the door. Which also means that I have to get past these enemies. Ah, that one got me. So up there at the second door I want to be pushed in while dying. Three, 2, 1, okay. I just have to hope that an enemy spawns up there. Sometimes it takes a while for them to spawn, or I don't know, maybe they don't want to spawn at certain scroll locations. I think I usually get them to spawn around here, maybe a bit down. Come on, Metroids, do me a favor. Spawn for me. Oh, there they are. Okay, I think if I push the screen down a bit, they should spawn down here where I want them. Or maybe they don't spawn because they're up there. So it's entirely possible to beat this stage without the glitch. But I just think it would be fun to do it. Now they're all in the wrong place here, and it's also great as I can barely attack them. Oh, that one's in the right place, that's good. Ah, don't touch me. I didn't have any more torches, that's the problem. I don't have enough torch upgrades, so I don't have a lot of torches to throw. Okay. 2, 1. I just need some enemies up there. Hello? Enemies? Anyone home? Doesn't anyone want to defend this Dark Empire? Ah, there we are. Ah, come on. Touch them again somehow. Okay, one more life. If I don't get it in this life, then I'll just do it without the glitch. And now we wait. There we go. This small passage here is really the big problem. Because you can barely fire torches in there. They get blocked by that. Okay, that's one. Now get rid of this one. Okay, now that's left is I want to be... Come on, there we go, perfect. That's the glitch. So you heard the death sound, and you can see that my heart is weirdly placed in the middle of the screen, because when you die it moves. And my health is at 0, and if I take hits, then it's just weird sprites. I don't actually know how much health we have. I never tried exhausting it, but it's a lot. Okay, so now we are set up. It's my last life, but I can't die anymore anyway. This boss is generally a slow fight, so here the glitch doesn't really help me a lot. I can fight it a bit more offensively, a bit more risky. But in general, yeah, it's kinda hard to hit the vulnerable parts. So where the health glitch really helps is with the last boss in this stage. could jump around the outer edge to try and get hits in on both sides. But I'm not sure it really makes it a lot faster. Fix the heart there. In this stage I do want to collect all the torches. I've got 0 M health, however much that is. M is a Roman letter, right? That's a lot of health probably. So here's a fun little challenge, another one. There's a key item left of the door, so I have to get across the door without falling in. Which doesn't always work. Okay, there we go. Got it. Now grab some torches in this room. So I need all the torches in this stage because the last boss is really hard to hit if you don't have the fire rock. Because the fire angle, the distance you can throw is greater with the fire rock. Alright, leave the room and we're gonna be right back. Maybe grab some stuff here. I don't really need the health anymore, but the barrier still helps with knockback. And here's the tall room again. And now with the boss. I like to call this guy the Space Wizard, and it's a pretty easy boss fight, a bit slow. It just teleports around and we have to get our hits in. And these falling stars here, they can hit me, but it's pretty unlikely. So I just have to hope that it teleports right in front of me to eat a lot of my torches. Nice, that was a pretty quick fight. Slide through the door. And here's the next boss, we know this one already. It's the squid. Yeah, the squid is cute. I like the squid. Good boss. Doesn't cause a lot of trouble. Looks nice. I tried to fire its flames at me there, but other than that, the squid is pretty nice. Okay, and if I haven't missed anything, then that's pretty much it. And we just fall through the door here, and here's the final boss. And ow. No, not barrier. And before we can engage it, I want to collect the rest of the torches and also the last key item. It's very bouncy here. So here's the last key item, also some torches, and this pit here is a real hazard. So if I wouldn't have the glitch, then it's easy to die in here, but also sometimes just faster to die in here. You can climb out of this pit, but it's also very finicky. Sometimes it immediately works, sometimes it takes a minute to climb out. And all the while the boss is firing at me. There we go. Oh, in and out, perfect. Out and in, I mean. So yeah, it's just very easy to die on this boss. And with the glitch it's just a lot safer. Not necessarily faster, I'm still stuck here. Okay, here we go. Just need one last torch. No, actually I don't. I already have the fire rock, so I guess there's one spear. And all that's left now is just to get a ton of hits in, because this boss takes a lot of damage. But we're pretty much set to beat Fire Rock now. And yeah, chat mentioned meatballs. I like to call this boss the Meatball Kaiser. Looks very meatball-like. And without the Fire Rock, I'd have a hard time hitting it up there. So yeah, this is an endurance fight. Might take a minute or two. And if I'm very lucky, then the boss hits me and bounces me somewhere. And on the right side there's even a door where it could bounce me out of the stage again, I mean out of the room again. But we're not going there. think we should be done pretty soon. Come on, give it up already. You know you can't win against the power of my jumping meat and my burning sticks. Or burning rocks, I guess, which is kind of more impressive. There we go. That's the last boss. Jump in the door, and that's it. That's the end of Fire Rock. And with that, we defeat the alien invaders, and the base slowly dissolves, like in a very weird video game glitchy kind of way. Just disappears. Yeah, I don't know. What's the fate of John Fire Rock down here if everything disappears like this? We don't know, but he's the real hero. He defeated the alien invasion with no shirt and just some burning sticks. And that's Mark Flint Presents Fire Rock Part 1. Which is still the only part. There's not yet a Fire Rock Part 2. We can still hope. So Mark Flint is kind of an enigmatic developer prodigy, I guess. So it's not really clear, but it looks like Mark Flint is just like a pen name, a synonym that a Japanese developer used. He did a bunch of work for mainly System Secom, I think. He worked on some pretty well-known games. I think he worked on Mansion of Hidden Souls and a whole bunch of games. On PC98 there's even a video game collection called All About Mark Flint with a bunch of his impressive games. So especially on PC98 he made a bunch of technologically really impressive games. So yeah, that's Fire Rock, the enigmatic game Fire Rock by the enigmatic Mark Flint, who interestingly, yeah, is credited on the titles of a lot of games. Like here it says Mark Flint Presents Fire Rock. Not a lot of developers get that kind of honor to put the name on not just one, but a whole bunch of games like this. Okay, and that is it from me for now, but definitely stay tuned, because this is a double feature. Next up we've got Fire Bam, run by the fantastic Flannel Cat. And Fire Bam is also on the Famicom Disk System. It also has also fire in its title, and it's also a pretty mysterious, strange video game. And it's otherwise completely unrelated to Fire Rock, but yeah, we're gonna call this the Famicom Disk System Fire Double feature, I think. So definitely look forward to that. I'm sure it's gonna be a great run. I'm very excited to see that. And that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Back to the host.